I said.
Hey, you ready? Good.
I have 3 spots right here.
Got your gear. It's in my garage.
Good evening, Railer fans, and welcome to Lincoln Railer Basketball. It's time for the Josh Komnick Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show. I'm your host, Josh Komnick. We're on the road in from Urbana High School. In just a moment, I'll be joined by Scott Kirby as we break down tonight's matchup. We thank you for joining us on the home of every Lincoln Railer contest this season, WLCN 96.3 FM
Just to let you know, there was a quick
and WLCNonline.com.
Might want to go now.
Again, Railer fans, thanks for joining us here from Springfield, Illinois, on the campus of Southeast High School, getting set for the opening round of the 2019 Class 3A Boys Sectional between your Lincoln Railers, 26-4 on the season, taking on the Tigers from Urbana High School, coming in the contest with a record of 18-14 on the year. Fans filling in here to Spartan Gymnasium. Scott and I are getting ready here. 15 minutes on the scoreboard. They're not going to let the Railers out until right at about 6:40 local time. So both teams to hit the court here, but again, Southeast High School filling up a contingent of Railer fans coming in quickly. We're going to be back here in just a couple minutes. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
All right, 2 minutes.
To the Railers getting ready to take the floor here at Southeast High School. Led out by the sophomore Dylan Singleton. The last man out is your senior, Jermaine Hamlin, getting set for the 2019 opening round here for the Railers of the Class 3A Boys Sectional. The Railers 26-4 6-4 on the season, getting ready to take on the Tigers from Urbana High School at a record of 18-14. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show. Josh Komnick along with Scott Kirby. And Scott, as we not wind down the season, but as the season winds down itself, you're fresh into March here, and only a couple things is tournament basketball. Scott, the Railers were able to win the Clinton Regional just a couple of nights ago. Urbana took care of business over in the Olney Regional. They were winners over Effingham. Of course, the Railers took care of business 61-41 back Friday night against the Tornadoes from Taylorville, and we're set for a good one here. Urbana coming off a nice streak of wins so far.
Yeah, it seems like forever ago, you know, when that Taylorville game over in Clinton, and now it's the next step, Josh, in sectionals here in Springfield, Illinois, and you know, Urbana, a solid team. You know, talked to Farmer a little bit before the game. They said they're quick, they like to get to the rim, and should be a good game tonight.
Urbana again 18-14 on the season, but they are winners of 8 of 9. 8 of 9 of their last games. They've been on a nice streak. They did lose back in February the 19th to Normal Community, but then were able to rattle off wins of Charleston and Effingham to win the regional. I tried to go over some of the comparable teams that they've played. They were winners over Muhammad Seymour this season. They beat Centennial earlier on in the season, so they have some opponents that the Railers faced as well. The Railers, of course, did well against those opponents. So again, we don't know what happened with their early season went on, but they're a hot team now. And you know, Scott, you talk about baseball, you talk about football, or any sport. Any team that's playing well is a team you've got to respect and fear.
Right, and you would think that, or I would say the Railers were starting to play some good basketball as well. I know they had a couple of losses there towards the end of the season that kind of hurt, but as we mentioned before, Josh, it was games that, you know, it didn't really matter. It didn't have any, you know, I don't know, any meaning to them, I guess, with the Taylorville loss at Royce Anderson and then the loss over at Normal West. But Railers able to bounce back in the regionals against a solid Lanphier team and then finish it up with a big win over Taylorville.
Yeah, you're right, Scott. The regional over in Clinton was a good one for the Railers, and of course we hope to continue that here from Southeast High School. Southeast was a winner last night over Champaign Central, so they have punched their ticket to Friday night's matchup to take on the winner of the Railers and the Tigers here from Southeast in Springfield, Illinois. 11 minutes and 40 seconds left here on the warm-ups. We're going to take another break. We'll be back here in just a couple minutes. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
My talent's gonna be big. Yeah.
Springfield, Illinois, getting set for the Railers and the Tigers here on the opening night for the Railers in the 2019 Class 3A Boys Sectional Championship. Again, the Railers taking on the Tigers from Urbana High School with a record of 18-14 on the season. They finished 5-5 in the Big 12 Conference, while your Railers 26-4 on the season, 11-1. They wrapped up the Apollo Conference Championship. The Urbana Tigers are led in scoring by a couple of shooters, Scott, and that's one thing that they will do tonight, and they've done all season, is shoot the three ball. They are led by their leading scorer, a 6'3" senior, Peyton Sheen. He comes in the contest 17 points per game. They're also Mr. Christopher Cross is a 6'1" junior. He's at 12 points per game. Also in double figures for the Tigers is Mr. Tatum. That is Bryson Tatum, a 6'3" junior. He's at 10 points per game. Sheen is the shooter, and also Cross. Sheen with 74 threes on the season. Cross right behind him with 62. Just to give you a little comparison of the Railers, Will Ewald leads the Railers in three-point makes this year at 55. Right behind him is Cameron Whiteman at 48 and 35 for Froby. So, Scott, these guys are going to let it fly from deep. And with the size advantage that the Railers have, you're going to see some a little bit of like what I think Taylorville was able to bring to us. A lot of threes from the outside, but then Jermaine has a chance. If the Railers can get in the ball, Jermaine is ready to score inside, has a chance to really have a really big, impactful game for the Railers here. Yeah, and we rely on Jermaine a lot, and the offense kind of runs through him now, where the guards have kind of figured out, if we can get Jermaine going, it's going to make it easier on them. So I like what they did against Taylorville. Jermaine had a huge game, and we're going to need him to do the same tonight. Railers are led in scoring by their talented 6'3" junior, Caden Froby. He comes in the contest at 15 points per game. Right behind him is the 6'10" senior, Jermaine Hamlin. Hamlin at 14 points a game and about 7 rebounds also. Seven points apiece for Cameron Whiteman and Dylan Singleton. Froby also averaging about 4 rebounds per game to go along with 4 assists. So the junior leading the way in several stats here, and again, he will have to be good here tonight and really throughout the rest of the tournament. Obviously, you're going to run into solid teams. Obviously, if the Railers are able to come out on top, or even Urbana, per se, they're going to take on, I believe, the number 2 or 3 ranked team in Class 3A boys basketball, that being the Southeast Spartans, who were winners last night against Champaign Central. 6 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the warm-ups. That's going to wrap it up for us here on the pregame show after a word from our sponsors. Scott and I'll be back here in Springfield to bring you the play-by-play action as the Railers take on the Tigers. As always, a big thank you goes out to all our sponsors. This has been the Josh Komnick, Brown Incorporated, and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
fans, and welcome to another broadcast of Lincoln Railer Basketball. WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNsports.com are pleased to bring you this evening's sectional contest from Springfield, Illinois on the campus of Southeast High School as the Lincoln Railers take on the Tigers from Urbana High School. Good evening, everyone. This is Scott Kirby alongside Josh Komnick, and we are ready to bring you all of tonight's action. We would like to wish a good evening to all of our listeners around the world listening via 96.3 FM on WLCNsports.com or on the Mixler app. We are also live streaming on YouTube. I'd like to thank our sponsors for that, Mama's Arcade, Joe Ryan Country Financial, and Lincoln Heating and Cooling. Thanks to them for allowing us to bring you all of the live action on YouTube. Raiders come in tonight's action 26-4, while the Urbana Tigers have a record of
18-14.
18-14 as 2 minutes to go on the clock till we get this game started. Josh, what are some of the keys tonight for the Railers?
Well, I think it's handling the basketball, Scott. I talked with a little bit with Coach Bird Farmer before the game, and Urbana is going to bring a man-to-man pressure. Pretty much from what he's seen and scouted, or the coaching staff has seen and scouted, it's going to be man-to-man. They haven't seen a whole lot. They haven't played a whole lot of zone, so they're going to live and die by the pressure that they can provide on the Railers. I think if the Railers can handle the basketball and again figure out a way to get Jermaine the basketball, you know they're going to help side. You know they're going to help down on Jermaine. We've got to continue to get to the hoop. Of course, we're going to have to shoot some threes and be able to knock them down. A little bit like what Taylor happened just a couple days ago on Friday in Taylorville when they would sneak a guy underneath and hope on Jermaine. That skip pass to that shooter on the opposite side is going to have to be able to knock down a couple shots so we can open up for our big boys. So a tough game. Urbana's hot right now, Scott. The winners of 8 of their last 9, and they're going to be a tough contest here for the Railers.
So hopefully the Raiders can pick up where they left off with some hot shooting from the outside, Josh, to kind of maybe set the tempo a little bit tonight. You don't want to play catch-up on these guys.
Well, I thought, too, was a big point of emphasis the other night, get out early and hit some threes. Will Ewald was able to do that, 3 of them in the first quarter against Taylorville. Going to be a big key here tonight as well.
Well, we're going to go to commercial break as we get set for the national anthem, so don't go anywhere. As we come back, we'll have starting lineups and the opening tip. This is Lincoln Railer Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Once again, welcome to Shepherd Gymnasium at Southeast High School. Now let's introduce the starting lineups. First, for the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Lincoln Community Railers. Starting in point
for your Lincoln Railers, the visitors on the scoreboard. First out for Coach Neil Alexander is a 5'10", sophomore, number 3, Dylan Singleton.
6'2" junior, number 5, Caden Roby.
Next out for him, the 6'2" junior, number 5 is Caden Roby.
6'3" junior, number 23, Will Ewald.
6'3" and a junior, number 23 is Will Ewald.
6' junior, number 2.
Next out is number 2, a 6' junior, Mr. Cameron Whiteman, and the last man out for Coach Neil Alexander is 6'10", senior, number 34, Hamlin, Jermaine Hamlin.
The Railers are coached by Neil Alexander and assisted by Eric Ewald, Craig Alexander, Brandon Farmer, Josh McClellan, and Zach.
The Railers assistant Eric Ewald, Greg Alexander, Bird Farmer, Josh McClellan, and Zach Down. Now for the starting lineup for the Tigers. Urbana 18-14 on the season under the direction of Mr. Verdell Jones Jr. First man out is a 5'10" sophomore, number 2, Jermail Young.
6'3" senior, number 14.
Number 14 is a 6'3" senior, Peyton Sheen.
At one forward, a 6'1" junior, we're number 12, Christopher.
6'1" and a junior is number 12, Christopher Cross.
Another forward, a 6'3" junior, we're number 30.
6'3" and a junior, number 30. Their leading scorer, Bryson Tatum. And 6'5" and a senior, number 40 is Miller Calhoun.
The Tigers are coached by Verdell Jones Jr. and assisted by Todd Anderson.
Verdell Jones Jr. is the head coach of the Tigers.
And Michael Willis.
Tonight's tip-off is brought to you by Jim Examus Ford Lincoln. Move up to an all-new Lincoln at Jim Examus Ford Lincoln on Lincoln's west side. The new 2019 Lincoln MKZs and MKCs, Nautilus and Navigator Reserve have arrived along with special discounts attached. There's no better time than now to put you behind the wheel of luxury. Give Ed Segelke or Todd Ingo a call at Jim Examus on Lincoln's west side. Phone 217-732-2111 and let them put you in a new ride with that tax refund. As we get set to tip, Hamlin goes way up to get it, and the Railers control the opening tip of tonight's sectional matchup here in Springfield, Illinois.
The Railers right away, man-to-man.
Down to Hamlin, he'll turn around, up and good. Just like that, feeds the beast, and he will come through.
Yeah, if they're not going to help backside, Scott, it's going to be a long day for Urbana. No help backside is a lob from Froby right to Jermaine, and Jermaine just laid it over the front of the rim.
2-0 Railers. Game just underway here at Southeast High School. The winner moves on to play Friday night against the Southeast Spartans, and the loser will go home. There's a 3 in the corner on the way. No good. Rebound, Ewald.
Yeah, nice box out by Ewald, too. And that time it was the 6'5" center going out to shoot the 3.
Railers up 2-0. 1 minute has gone by in this opening quarter. Froby gets it back down to Hamlin. He'll back down Calhoun. He'll spin with the left. Got it! Jermaine Hamlin with his second bucket of the night.
Coach going right to Jermaine often, early and often, Scott, and two possessions, 2 touches for Jermaine and 4 points.
Urbana with the basketball, down by 4. They'll work it around. Young over to Tatum. Now they get it back up to Tatum. He'll dribble, get it down to Calhoun. He'll spin with the left. It rolls in and good. Found the middle of that zone, Josh.
Yeah. Right away early, too. They've gone inside a couple times.
They'll work it around. Whiteman now down to Hamlin. He'll go up with the right. Off the backboard. Count the bucket. Foul is on Calhoun. His first, team first.
Yeah, right now there's no help underneath on the Tigers. A little bit opposite of what we saw Friday night in Taylorville. They had one guy, if not 2, on the backside help for Jermaine. And again, 3 possessions, 3 scores for the Railers, all to Jermaine. And now he's going to step to the line for a 3-point play.
Hamlin finishes the 3-point play. He's got 7. Railers have 7. 6:09 to go in the first. Urbana with the basketball. Young, Calhoun in the corner. They'll get it back out to Young. Now they'll swing it around. Sheen, he'll dribble. Cut off by Whiteman. Now they'll swing it back around.
Yeah, it almost looks like the Railers are willing to give the basketball to.
Nice defense by Singleton as he tapped it out of the hands of Cross, and we're going to get a foul.
Foul early. It was Will.
On Calhoun. That's his second. The big man with 2.
Yeah, and Singleton tipped it away, and then Will was able to recover and then got fouled by Calhoun. So 2 quick ones for Calhoun, just about a minute, 2 minutes and 10 seconds into this game, and they're going to have to go real small now.
Tyrese McWilliams, a 6'3 senior, checks in for Calhoun. Railers with the basketball up by 5. 5:40 to go in the first. Hamlin with the ball. He'll spin. Nothing there. He'll kick out to Singleton. Singleton drives. He'll go up off the backboard. And Singleton with his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, when they go in double on Jermaine, tipped away.
Good defense by Singleton. He stays with it. Urbana able to maintain. Now they'll lose it. Another turnover. And the Railers look to push. Froby in the corner for a 3. Off the rim, but Singleton's there for the putback. The Railers up by 9.
Yeah, early in, too. Offensive rebound, and I think that Dillon just keeps getting better and better at, Scott, is hanging around that basket, and a lot of times they don't expect the point guard to get underneath there.
3 on the way by Sheen, no good. Rebound, Froby. He'll spin it out there, looks to push. Now he'll get up, the shot. We're going to say it was on the floor, no shot. No basket.
Yeah, right now Urbana doesn't know what hit him, Scott. They've got punched in the mouth here real quick, and I think it's going to be coming for a lob here, possibly to Jermaine.
Foul is on number 30, Bryson Tatum, his first, team third. Railers up by 9 with the basketball. Froby to inbound on the baseline, gets it into Hamlin. He's pushed there by McWilliams, called the foul. McWilliams' first foul, team fourth.
Yeah, and you know, Jermaine has drawn 3 of those fouls already, Scott. Froby drew the one before. Now Jermaine has been able to draw 3 of them, so foul trouble already for Urbana.
Froby gets it in all the way up top to Whiteman. Now the Railers will reset. Singleton with the ball. Over to Ewald. Now Singleton will dribble. He'll get to the rim. Alley-oop to Hamlin for the slam.
Yeah, it's the design play, and Dillon comes around the screen, and it's a lob there.
Still by Hamlin. The Railers off to a tremendous start this evening, and that's what you want to see, Josh.
Yeah, keep it going, too.
Backdoor to Whiteman, up off the backboard, and good.
Timeout, Coach.
The Railers 15, the Tigers 2. They need a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here.
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better start, Scott. It's been a couple of dishes down into Jermaine, a couple of post moves to Jermaine, and then the call for the lob, and Jermaine hammers it home. So if Coach Al could have drawn it up any better, you get 2 fouls on Calhoun, who's their 6'5" guy underneath, and then and you just keep going. And the Railers pushing the basketball. We were able to get a backdoor to Whiteman, and boy, it's a nice, quick, fast start.
It is.
We haven't even had time to take a drink here.
Lincoln Railer basketball brought to you by Eaton Corporation, St. Clara's, Chris Coyne State Farm, Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, Schneider Chiropractic, and Grau Incorporated. Railers up 15-2. We're not even halfway through the quarter yet, Josh.
Dillon with another tip away there on the point of the press, too. So right now he's everywhere, and that Railer defense has responded.
Urbana with the basketball, down by 13. There's a shot on the way by Cross, no good. Fought for underneath. Sheen comes away with it. He goes up, swatted on Hamlin, and they're going to call him with a foul. So Sheen's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, looked pretty clean from Jermaine. I don't know if maybe Cameron Whiteman got him underneath early, but really clean up top from Jermaine.
Sheen misses the first free throw. Second free throw up and good. 15-3, 3:54 to go in the first.
Yeah, see if the Railers can answer here. That's the thing you don't want to do, is just give these guys an easy opportunity to score, especially from the free throw line.
Hamlin kicks it out to Singleton. Now the Railers are working around. Froby around the back to the lane. Now get it to Hamlin. Nothing there. They'll kick it back out and reset. Singleton. He'll dribble left and spin right. Kick it over to Whiteman. Whiteman for a 3. Got it! Cam Whiteman for a Chris Coyne. State Farm three-pointer.
Yeah, penetration into the middle and then kick it out to Whiteman. And Whiteman was the guy that kept us in it that night.
Steal by Hamlin as he goes out of bounds. The bench helps him up. He gets back up, and the Railers looking to add to this lead. That's Froby. He'll get to the basket. Up. The foul's on McWilliams, his second, but Froby will shoot two.
Yeah, 2 free throws, and now Froby getting in on the action a little bit, driving to the basket. He's drawing 2 fouls already. 5 team fouls for Urbana so far here, with 3 minutes and 9 seconds left in the first quarter.
First free throw from Froby is good.
Froby sinks the first.
Second free throw from Froby is up and good as well. 20-3, Josh. 3:08 to go in the first.
Yeah, right now the Railers scoring at will against this man-to-man by Urbana, and if they don't start to move back a little bit.
Good defense by Hamlin as he went straight up. Sheen couldn't finish. Railers with the rebound.
The Railers with so many plays against pressure defense, Scott, that we can go backdoor or go to Jermaine or...
And Froby loses out of bounds. Just couldn't get control of it. I think that's probably the first turnover for the Railers. Still a lot of basketball left, Josh.
Oh yeah, good start. You got to maintain it.
Yeah.
You got to maintain this start. Maintain the intensity. Keep your defensive effort up, and you know, make them only have one opportunity at the basket. They're going to make some threes.
Sheen with it now, back up top. That's Tatum. He'll get it over to number 2. That's Young. Back to Tatum. Tatum will drive. Now he'll pull it back out, guarded by Ewald. Young gets it in to number 12. That's Cross, no good. Gets the rebound. That's McWilliams. Froby's there for the rebound as I think Hamlin got a piece of that ball.
Yeah, another block shot there by Hamlin, and he's just all over the place right now.
Froby to the basket. Up off the backboard and good.
Yeah, and you know, you watch it all season, Scott. When he catches it on that wing and can dribble right-handed and get to that baseline, he's almost unstoppable when he gets to the basket. And right now, Caden's got it going.
Railers 22, Tigers 3, 1:45 to go in the first. It's been all Railers early on. There's a 3 on the way by Cross, no good. The rebound comes down to McWilliams. He puts it back up and good.
Yeah, and right there, Jermaine not underneath the rebound because he was out around the basketball, and right there, Whiteman's got to be able to rebound underneath there. A thing you don't want to do is just give these guys more and more opportunities.
Froby will spin, looks for the back door. Singleton's there, nothing there. They'll kick it out to Whiteman in the corner for 3. Got it! Cam Whiteman with another Chris Coyne. State Farm three-pointer.
Yeah, the back door didn't work to Singleton. Got him caught underneath the basket, but well aware of where to find Whiteman around that three-point line.
Sheen in the corner, guarded by Whiteman. Now they'll kick it back out. Young with it. Gets it down low, tries almost a steal by Hamlin. Not there. Now Sheen, he's going to throw up a 3 off the rim. No good. Rebound was tapped out of there. Now Tigers with another possession.
Good contest there by Whiteman. He's all over.
Sheen for another 3 off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound comes down to Froby.
Almost made him speed up a little bit, don't you think, Scott? I mean, our defense is getting out on shooters and making them shoot a little quicker than what they're used to.
28 seconds to go in the first. Railers will try to hold for 1.
Well, that'd be a huge basket here to get the last second.
Froby, get it back up to Ewald. Now Singleton, 18 on the clock.
Not much stoppage at play here. The Railers see Dillon sucking a little wind right now.
Froby to Singleton, 10. Now Coach Al calls the play as Hamlin couldn't get the handle on it. Out of bounds with 6.8 to go on the clock. Hollinger's going to check in for Hamlin. Good move by Coach Alexander so Hamlin doesn't pick up a cheap second foul.
Yeah, give Jermaine a break. He's been really, really good here defensively as well.
They'll kick it over to Sheen. He'll throw up a 3. No good. Rebound, Singleton, as time expires. First quarter has been all Railers. At the end of 1, it's the Lincoln Railers 25, the Urbana Tigers 5. We'll take a commercial break. We come back, we'll have second quarter action. This is Lincoln Railer basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Fans, we'd like to thank our hospitality room sponsors: Jersey Mike's Sons, Pizza Ranch, Chick-fil-A, Cafe Moxo, Todd Lawrence with Justin's, the SSHS PTO, and the SSHS Sports Boosters. Thank you.
As the first quarter has been all Railers, Josh. 25 to 5. And, you know, you want to keep up this pace, but, you know, Urbana just hasn't been able to find an answer defensively.
No. Right, and I don't think you can keep up this pace offensively, but you can sure do it on the defensive end.
There's a three, no good. Rebound comes down to Hollinger, who stays in the game for Hamlin as he gets a well-deserved breather. Now the Railers, Hollinger has it. He'll kick it out to Singleton. He'll track it down. 25 to 5 Railers, 7:35 to go in the second.
Yeah, I see what this different lineup is a drive.
Roby pulls up from the elbow, no good. Hollinger's there for a rebound, fought for, and they're going to call a jump ball.
Yeah, good job by Hollinger coming in, the sophomore coming in and providing some good minutes there. Ties up Urbana, so the Railers will get the basketball, and this lineup is a little more quicker as far as getting to the basket. Now you got Hollinger who can shoot it from the perimeter and, of course, as well, go to the basket.
Railers with the basketball. There's Ewald for a three. Ooh, missed it wide. Rebound Urbana. They look to push. That's Cross.
Yeah,
he gets it up top.
Great job by Dylan of stopping the basketball.
There's a three on the way. No good. Fought for underneath. He'll kick it back out. Young for a three. No good. And Froby goes up over Sheen to grab the rebound.
Yeah, 34 doing a good job for Urbana keeping the ball alive. Tyrese McWilliams, a 6'3" senior with a little beef under there, so the Railers got to keep track of where he's at.
Railers up by 20. Froby kicks it out. Now they'll swing it to Ewald in the corner for a three. That's off the rim, no good. Fought for. Singleton's got it. Nothing there. Swings over to Froby. Froby will dribble. Pull up for the jumper. No good. Rebound Singleton. Back to Froby. Up top to Ewald. Ewald's going to take another three. In and out. No good. Rebound McWilliams.
Man, plenty of opportunities there. Will just couldn't get one to go down. It was right in the basket.
There's a shot by Cross. No good. McWilliams goes back up. Finishes strong. Got to get a body on McWilliams.
Yeah.
He's around the basket cleaning it up.
Absolutely. A couple offensive rebounds. A little bit of what the Railers just did on that possession, but they couldn't get it to go. Dylan in there getting some offensive rebounds. But again, McWilliams all over the boards underneath.
25 to 7. Railers with the lead. 6 to go. As Froby gets to the rim, no good. Now Urbana, that's Sheen. He'll spin up and no good, but he'll be fouled. He'll go to the line shooting two as Hamlin's set to check in. Just a little different to look with the Hamlin on the bench, Josh.
Yeah, it is. Lack of rebounding underneath, as you would expect. But I'll tell you, it's a little bit different game than what we saw over in Clinton as far as the officiating. It looks like they're letting them play a little bit around the basket, Scott, and in Clinton they did not. It was for the most part pretty tightly called, and this crew here in a sectional game, which you would anticipate, are letting these guys battle a little bit.
Sheen makes both free throws, 25 to 9. Railers, 5:56 to go in the first half. Hamlin checks back in for Hollinger as Singleton gets it across. Froby now back to Singleton. Looking for Hamlin, nothing there. He'll get over to Whiteman.
Yeah, McWilliams just bodied him. Laying on Jermaine. That can't be legal.
Singleton, nothing there. Kicks it, tries to get it back out, but turnover. And Urbana looking to push. Young. Cross. Now McWilliams. Get it back to Cross.
Yeah, that Railer offense that looked so smooth in the first quarter with a little hiccups here to start the second still. Railer still up a good margin, 25 to 9, but offensively, several possessions where we've not been able to get a basket.
Sheen over to Tatum. They'll get it to McWilliams and Singleton. Good decision by Singleton as he had Ewald up front, but just didn't have a clear lane to get it to him. Railers with the basketball up 25 to 9. 4:50 to go in the first half. Froby on the wing. Gets it to Hamlin up top to Singleton. Singleton dribble left. Up. Stripped away by Young. Now they'll look to push. That's Sheen. Now he'll get to the lane. He'll go straight up. Straight up was Hamlin for the block. Nothing there. Railers with the basketball. All the way over to Ewald. Now to Whiteman for a three. No good. Rebound fought for underneath. That's McWilliams there. He'll be fouled by Froby. Froby's first foul, team third.
Yeah, Dylan pulling on his jersey. He needs a break. That guy's been everywhere, and of course playing the point and bringing up the pressure, the ball against this man-to-man pressure. Dylan's going to take a break, and Funk's going to check in. Again, the Railers on a scoring drought, Scott. We had 25 to go into the second quarter and yet to put the ball in the hole here in the second.
Urbana Tigers with the basketball. Cross. Cut off by Funk. Now cross up top over to Young.
And 34 just bullying some guys underneath. They're just shoved Whiteman out of the way to the floor right in front of the official.
And they're going to get Hamlin with the foul as McWilliams tries to get to the rim. Hamlin there, pick up his second. And quickly Hollinger up off the bench to check in for Hamlin as McWilliams goes to the free throw line.
And I think Coach asking the officials to help out on Jermaine underneath on the other end because they're just laying all on him. And Jermaine, when you got someone laying on you, you can't really move too well. And 14 fouls now for the Railers.
McWilliams makes his second, 25-10.
Been all free throws, Scott, for Urbana.
So we've probably seen the last of Hamlin for the first half as the Railers get it across. That's Froby. He'll go right to Whiteman. Like Josh mentioned earlier, a little bit of a drought for the Railers scoring here in the second. Tigers pick up their defense, pick up their intensity as Whiteman has it on the wing. He'll get it over to Funk, who's in for Singleton. Now Hollinger. He'll pull it back out, give it to Funk. Funk will dribble right, now pull it back out, give it to Whiteman on the wing, up to Froby. Froby dribbles left, kicks it out to Ewald. He'll pull up for a three. Got it. Will Ewald with a much-needed Chris Point, State Farm three-point.
You know, I think Will likes it when you're a little closer to him because he had some wide-open looks that couldn't get it to go. That time I thought Urbana was all over Will, and Will doing a good job of just concentrating on that rim and rising up and shooting.
Railers back up by 18, 28-10, 3 to go in the first half. Turnover, Tigers. Try to get it down low, nothing there. Railers come out of there with it. They'll get it up to Froby. Froby guarded there by Tatum. Now they'll swing it around with the Ewald, guarded by Sheen. Now Hollinger has it. He'll dribble right. Almost stripped by McWilliams. Able to get it. Funk to Ewald, nothing there. Now Whiteman, he'll dribble to the basket. Dishes to Hollinger, up and no good, but he'll go to the line, shooting two, as he was unable to finish. As he was fouled by 34, that's McWilliams.
Fouls on the Tigers, number 34, McWilliams, his second.
Yeah, I thought he had a foul on him already. They're showing 0 up on the board. That's his second.
Yeah, Hollinger steps to the line and just off the first free throw. Urbana with 16 fouls now, the Railers with 4. Still 28-10 here. 2:30 left in the second quarter.
Hollinger misses his second free throw. Tigers with the basketball, 2:25 to go in the first half. Young gets it down low to McWilliams. He drives on Hollinger, up and no good. Froby goes up, taps it out of there. Funk comes away with it. Raiders with the basketball. 2:10 to go in the first half, up by 18.
Boy, as Froby just battled underneath on the rebounds. Hasn't gotten all of them, but he's got a hand on most of them.
And that's a tough task against a really strong McWilliams. Whiteman for a three up top. Off the back of the iron, no good. Fought for underneath. And I think they're going to get Hollinger with an over in the back. So the foul is on Landon Hollinger, his first, team fifth. Railers up 28-10, 1:55 to go in the first half. Tigers with the ball, 1:45 to go. Cross in the corner for a three. Got it.
Cross for three.
Yeah, that's their first three for Urbana, and gets this thing back into within 15. Scott, 28-13.
Funk to Ewald. Now to Froby. Froby will dribble in. Nothing there. He'll kick it back out to Whiteman. Whiteman to Hollinger in the corner to Ewald. Nothing there. Ewald will dribble back out. Set it back up. Now he'll get to the rim. Up off the backboard. No foul. But they're going to call a foul on this end when Hollinger was straight up.
Yeah, that's a foul on when Will was just driving to the basket and just rooted him out of there and drove him out away from a good angle to the rim. And then, Urbana, they're attacking when they get the ball. They're going to come and go. And a lot of these points that they've gotten, Scott, other than the three from Cross, have been all free throws.
Tatum makes his first free throw as Singleton checks in for Funk. Raiders up by 14. 1:08 to go in the first half. Both teams in the bonus. Second free throw up and bounces off the back of the iron and down.
Now a little full court pressure here by Urbana.
Singleton has it. He's guarded there. Now he'll get it up to Ewald. Ewald gets it across with a minute to go in the first half. Now Whiteman over to Froby. See how well the Raiders can handle the pressure. Up by 13.
Big score. Raiders just can't get by Urbana right now. Their referees are allowing them to body them with
turnover. Raiders. Now turn back over. Froby has it. He gets it down low to Ewald, up off the glass and good.
What a pass.
Great pass by Caden Froby as he saw Ewald down low.
Boy, a huge basket there for the Railers, too. We've been on a drought. Urbana with a little momentum coming back, cut it within 13, and the Railers with a steal and a get back, I guess.
Sheen fakes it, now dribbles in, cut off by Froby. Now Sheen gets it back, lays it up and good.
15 here left here, and the Railers got to break this pressure first, Scott.
Raiders up by 13, 10 seconds. Stolen by McWilliams. Turned over by McWilliams. It's going to be Raider basketball with 4 seconds to go in the first half. Raiders up 30-17 with the basketball.
Yeah, the Urbana has just sped up the Railers, Scott, and that's what's caused a few of these hurried turnovers, and I think Railers will...
Singleton with a shot, no good, and that's going to do it for the first half. Your Railers 30, the Urbana Tigers 17. We'll take a break. We come back, we'll have the Ground Incorporated Schneider Chiropractic halftime show, so don't go anywhere. This is Lincoln Raider basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Oh, we get a drink real quick.
Well, thank you. Hasn't been time to take a break.
here from Southeast High School at the 2019 Class 3A Boys sectional between the Railers and the Tigers for Urbana. The Railers up 30-17 at halftime, and what a tale of two different quarters for the Railers. The Railers, after one, led 25-5, but Urbana came back and outscored the Railers by a score of 12-5 in the second quarter. A lot of that at the hands of Jermaine Hamlin getting into some foul trouble. Scott, let's go through the scoring here. First for the Tigers, they were led by a couple guys each with 5. Peyton Sheen and also Tyrese McWilliams. Both those guys with 5 points, 3 points for Christopher Cross, and 2 points apiece for Bryson Tatum and Miller Calhoun for the 17 for the Tigers. The Railers were led by Jermaine Hamlin. Jermaine started out hot. He had 9 points, 4 of 4 shooting, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. Cameron Whiteman with some big threes in that first quarter. Scott, he's got 8 points. 5 points for Will Ewald, Dylan Singleton, and Caden Froby with 4 points apiece. For Singleton with 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Froby with 4 rebounds and 3 assists for the Railers. 30-17 after one half. We'll be back here in just a couple minutes. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball here on WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com, the Railer Nation station. The Railers up 30-17 here at halftime of the Class 3 boys sectional. The Southeast Spartans punched their ticket last night with a win over Champaign Central. They will be in the championship of the sectional on Friday night. And the winner of this game will meet the Spartans on their home court Friday at, I believe, a tip-off of around 7 o'clock. The Railers shot 50% from the field, 12 of 24, and a lot of those 12 makes, Scott, were in that first quarter as they were just on fire. 3 of 10 from three-point land and 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Had 13 total rebounds, 7 assists on 6 steals, 5 turnovers for the Railers. And Urbana right now, Scott, not shooting the ball well from 3, just 1 3-point make, 1 of 9 from the 3-point line. But they've gotten 6 points. It seems like a lot. It seemed like more. It felt like they were on the line, free throw line, a lot there in that first half. But only 6 of 8 from the free throw line. Not a lot of field goals. They got a couple of layups off some transition. But Scott, the defense pretty good so far for the Railers. I think 17 points. You got to expect that Champaign's going to make a few threes here in the second half.
Yeah, and hopefully the Railers can keep up the pace and a solid first quarter, and then kind of went quiet a little bit there in the second, Josh, and it's going to tell us here a lot in this opening third quarter as we get started here in about a minute 20 seconds.
Yeah, I want to thank everybody for catching us on the YouTube channel, catching us on WLCNonline.com, and also I guess the old-fashioned way, as Chris Grau would say it, on the radio.
The radio.
Yeah, 96.3. A bunch of people when we got to bring the broadcast, and we're happy for a halftime win. The Railers got to keep that intensity up here in the second half now. Buzzer sounds, about 50 seconds left here at halftime.
All right, let's take a quick 30. We'll come back. We'll have second half action. This is Lincoln Railer basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Tigers basketball will start the second half.
Scott Kirby, Josh Komnick here with you at Southeast High School as second half is underway. The Railers with a 30-17 lead.
Yeah, a big stop here as Urbana opens up with the basketball, Scott, and we don't want to get this thing within single digits at all.
There's a 3 on the way by Cross, in and out, no good. There's Ewald with the rebound. I'd like to welcome all of our YouTube watchers, well over 400 viewers tonight for this sectional matchup between the Railers and the Tigers of Urbana. As Hamlin gets it down low, nothing there. He'll kick it back out. Now Froby, he'll get to the basket. He'll be bumped. Oh, they're going to call, give him 2 shots. We'll take it.
A lot of that wasn't called in the first half, and Froby again going to that right-hand drive along the baseline, tried to get it into Jermaine early, mishandled it as he had a little time off there in the second quarter of some foul trouble, but Froby's been on attack mode all night.
Froby misses this first one. Now, do the referees go in at halftime, you think, and maybe adjust to what they're doing and maybe change their game plan?
I don't think you should, although...
or talk about what you saw and what you didn't call?
Yeah, absolutely. I think they would discuss what they...
Froby misses both free throws.
Went well and what didn't, but for the most part, they've called a game pretty well for both teams.
30-17, third quarter just underway here at Southeast High School.
Yeah, interesting. Their big boy had foul. That's off him.
Yep, off of Tatum. Turnover, Tigers.
Calhoun had those 2 early fouls. They're 6'5" center, and they've stayed with McWilliams to come out of halftime, a guy that's done a good job on the boards for Urbana and especially has done a lot better job on Jermaine.
Singleton with the basketball, up by 13. He'll get it across, guarded by Young. Now he'll dribble in. Nothing there. He'll kick it out to Whiteman. Hands off to Froby. Froby will get to the lane, pulls up for a jumper. No good. Fought for underneath. Still fought for. Ewald has it. He's going to get to the rim, up off the backboard. No good, but they're going to get number 23.
Rebound. He had a big first half on the boards Scott, 5 rebounds for Dylan, and I know 2 or 3 of those were probably offensive. So credit Dylan with drawing that over the back foul as he was hanging around again around that offensive rebounding spot.
Tatum checks back in for Griffin. Froby to inbound. Gets it up top to Whiteman. Now Whiteman will dribble left, hand off to Singleton, who will go right. He'll get to the lane, up off the backboard, and good.
Big basket there. Dylan all the way to the basket. Lost his man, and nobody could come from the help side to stop Singleton. And big basket there for the Railers.
32-17. Railers with the lead. Tatum over to Young. Now they'll get it down low to McWilliams. He'll dribble up. And another foul on Hamlin, his third. And McWilliams just goes up there looking for that foul.
Well, and when you put yourself in that harm as Jermaine is while going up with him, I think if Jermaine just stands there, puts his hands up, I don't know that McWilliams can make that shot. His number one goal right now is just to draw fouls on Jermaine.
McWilliams makes his first free throw as Posgay now checks in for Hamlin, who picked up his third.
Yeah, Jermaine, again, if you're not going to learn it at this point in the season, but we've got to have him on the floor more.
Free throw is no good. Rebound Posgay. Gets it to Singleton. Railers 32. Tigers 18. Singleton gets it across. Now he'll dribble in. He'll get to the lane. One-handed layup and good. Dylan Singleton with a strong move to the bucket.
Yeah, right now number 30 is guarding him. He's got 3 fouls. That is Tatum, and he can't afford to draw any more fouls, so Dylan going right after.
Ross for a 3 in the corner. Got it.
Cross for 3.
Crisscross with a 3. Posgay to Froby. Froby up off the rim, off the backboard, and good.
Yeah, nice press breaker there. An outlet pass down to Posgay. Posgay found a cutting Froby, who Froby gave the pass to Posgay, and then he got it back and then was able to score a layup.
Ooh, no foul there on Whiteman. Sheen meets Posgay, who fouls him. Now Sheen will go to the line shooting 2. Could have had Whiteman there with a foul early with the bump. No call, but they'll get Sheen to the free throw line shooting 2.
Yeah, Sheen was putting his head down and getting to the basket some way or the other and worked his way there. He's been good from the free throw line. Has Sheen tonight.
Makes his first. 36-22. 5:17 to go in the third.
Sheen now 4 of 5 from the free throw line.
Second free throw up, no good. Rebound Posgay. Whiteman gets it to Singleton, to Froby, to Ewald. Ewald will pull it back out to Singleton and swings it over to Whiteman. Now back up top to Froby. Froby dribbles in, kicks it out to Singleton. Now they'll swing it around. Ewald over to Singleton. Nothing there. Railers up by 14, 4:50 to go in the third.
Yeah, coach is going to spread it out with this lineup now.
Whiteman in the corner for a 3. Got it! Cam Whiteman brought some rain with that Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointer.
The high archer, and Singleton just drove right into the lane and kicked it out to Whiteman, who was sitting in the corner. And that's one thing this lineup can do, Scott, is dribble, penetrate, and kick to an open guy.
McWilliams gonna be fouled by Posgay as McWilliams able to get the ball deep in the paint, Josh, and Posgay picks up his second.
Yeah, again, strong kid underneath. McWilliams, to me, has been their best player. Yeah, been their best player.
Is that his first foul?
First on
Posgay. I thought they got him down the last possession.
Yeah, first on Posgay. Third team foul now for the Railers. The Railers up 39-23 here with 4:30 left in the third quarter.
Now Calhoun checking in. Tigers going with some size. 39-23 Railers. 4:30 to go in the third.
Expect that press too, Scott. They haven't caused any turnovers here in the second half, but they did some there in that second quarter.
Missed the second free throw. Froby with the rebound. Gets it up to Singleton. Now all the way over to Posgay. Back to Whiteman. Now the Railers will swing it around.
Yeah, work some clock, Scott, and maybe get a layup.
Or go to the rim and finish and get fouled by McWilliams, who just picked up his third.
Either McWilliams or Calhoun is going to be the third on one of them.
On McWilliams, his third. And Froby will go to the line shooting 2.
Yeah, that was a big foul too. We'd rather have that on McWilliams because he's caused some damage underneath against the Railers. Calhoun hasn't done a whole lot so far, so a big foul there by McWilliams to give him 3.
Froby makes his first free throw. Missed 2 earlier, which is unlike Froby. Pretty solid free throw shooter throughout the season.
Yeah, about 81% on the season is Froby.
Second free throw up and good as well. And Coach Al's going to call a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout.
Well, exactly what you wanted, Scott, in the third quarter. Extend your lead if you've got a chance. And the Railers, I think, Urbana got it to within 11, I believe, and now it's back up to an 18-point lead with a score of 41-23. So, again, the Railer defense has got to tighten up a little bit more on this end, and you can kind of put this thing out of reach. You get a couple stops and a couple scores.
I'd like to welcome in our viewers at the Lincoln Family Theater as they're tuning in to YouTube, watching tonight's sectional matchup between the Railers and the Tigers. As we come out of the timeout, it will be Urbana basketball. Railers 41, Urbana Tigers 23. Hamlin on the bench with 3. 3 fouls, that is. So we may not see him until the fourth quarter, Josh.
Right. I don't think you will, especially if the Railers have this lead and has a comfortable lead and playing well. I don't think you'll see Jermaine until late.
Sheen for a 3. Got it. Sheen finally hits a 3-pointer. He's got 9 points. Railers with the basketball, 41-26. Singleton over to Whiteman. All the way down to Ewald, who kicks it back out to Froby, who pulls up for a jumper, rattles in.
Yeah, so the press is not working for Urbana, Scott. We're getting easy baskets, either pull-up jump shots or layups. Coach Jones, Verdell Jones Jr. staying with it, but the Railers, too many ball handlers out there at this point.
Calhoun kicks it out to Young, who fires up a 3 off the back of the iron and falls down for another 3-pointer.
Yeah, and a nice soft rims here at Southeast. I always like to shoot here. I thought it was a good spot to shoot, and that was noticeable there.
43-29, 3 minutes to go in the third. Railers with the basketball. Froby over to Whiteman. Now Singleton has it. Gets it to Froby. Nothing there. Ewald back up top to Singleton. Guarded by Sheen. Kicks it over to Froby on the wing. He's guarded there by Cross. Now Whiteman fakes a 3. Takes a dribble in. Pulls up. Swish. Cam Whiteman for 2.
Well, we're answering, Scott. We're not getting some stops on this end, but the Railer offense is continuing to shoot the ball well. Be nice to get a few stops here and extend this thing. I know it's a 45-29 lead, but with their 3-point shooters and the 3-point in this game now, you know, it's very easy to come back.
Urbana works it around. There's Cross for a 3 off the back of the iron. No good. Long rebound comes down to Ewald, and he'll hand off to Singleton. 2:05 to go in the third. Railers up by 16 with the ball. Singleton spins, gives it over to Froby on the wing. Froby will dribble left, up, off the backboard, and good. Sheen cannot guard Froby as he gets to the bucket.
Not a lot of them have been able to tonight, Scott. Froby just continues to put pressure on the defense.
McWilliams has it on the elbow. Now he'll spin left, up and good. No travel. Or I should say no travel called. And timeout Urbana. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. Let's take a real quick one as well, Josh. Take a quick break here. We'll be back after 30. Welcome back to Southeast High School as the Railers with a comfortable lead, 47-31 with 1:40 to go in the third. Railers with the basketball. Whiteman to inbound, gets it into Singleton. Now back to Whiteman. Urbana with the full court press. Now they'll get it across to Froby. Over to Ewald. Nothing there. He'll kick it back out to Singleton. Singleton to Ewald. Ewald for a three. Got it! Will Ewald for a Chris Coyne. State Farm three-pointer. Raiders up by 19.
Yeah, Coach Jones just keeps this press on, and not sure why, but if you're a Railer fan, you're loving it because our ball handlers are handling the ball, and we're getting our shooters set on one end, or we're attacking the basket.
Young over to Tatum, who takes a three in the corner. Off the rim, no good. There's Calhoun for the rebound and the putback. 1 minute to go in the third. Railers 50, Tigers 33. Singleton over to Whiteman. Gets it all the way across to Ewald. Now they'll kick it back out with 50 seconds.
Yeah, hopefully the Railers can hold for one here. Railers up 50-33. 40 seconds left here in the third.
Froby spins, gets it over to Singleton. Now gives it to Ewald in the corner. I'm sorry, that's Whiteman in the corner. He'll dribble back up top with 32 on the clock. To Singleton. Now Ewald, he'll dribble left. Got to get rid of it. Gives it to Froby. They're going to get Ewald with a 5-second call. Or no, they're going to get Coach Al with a timeout. Just in time. Coach Al gets a timeout before the 3-second call. So we'll keep it right here. 21 seconds to go. Railers 50. Tigers 33.
Yeah, the pressure started to pick up for Urbana a little bit more and got Ewald stuck, and then the Railers couldn't get open. And obviously you don't want to throw the ball away. Probably a good decision. Even if Will would have got the 5-second call, Scott, it was not a possession or a turnover would have led to an easy basket to Urbana. So the Railers will keep it on a good spot, too. They have a ton of plays that they can run from the sideline out of bounds. And with, what would you say, 21 seconds, I think, left?
Yeah.
This is a good opportunity right now for the Railers to run one of those plays.
Now, with them putting all this pressure on, do we just forget about holding for the last one and just go?
I think if you can get a score and get it in the layup, absolutely. But it looks right now that the Railers will try and just get it in here.
They'll get it into Singleton, who will spin, kick it over to Ewald. Nothing there. 17 on the clock. They'll kick it back out and reset. Singleton, he's guarded there by Tatum. Little arm check, no call. Now over to Froby, guarded by Young. Froby a dribble, up, splits the defense. Calhoun just picked up his third. So with 5 seconds to go in the third quarter, the Railers are up 50-33, and Froby's going to get 2 shots.
Yeah, but again, Caden just going to that basket, going to that right-hand dribble, and coming around the baseline and eluded the charge that was going to be tried to set by Calhoun, and body clipped him, and then Caden's going to go to the flying. Swishes nothing but net on that first free throw.
Sheen to check in for Calhoun. So Hamlin on the bench with 3 fouls. He should be pretty fresh starting the fourth quarter, Josh.
Yeah,
so
he's basically been off for 2 quarters.
That's a positive. That's positive right there.
Yeah, great job by the Railers. Great job by Posgay, too. A huge step in there.
Sheen blocked by Posgay, and that's going to do it. 3 quarters are in the books. It's the Railers 52, the Tigers 33. We'll take a commercial break. We come back. We'll have the fourth quarter for you. This is Lincoln Railer basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
8-1, 4-5-1. That's 5-4-8-1, 4-5-1. You will collect your winnings at the concession stand. You will collect your winnings at the concession stand. Once again, that number for the winning for the 50 is 5-4-8-1, 4-5-1. Collect your winnings at the concession stand.
Fourth quarter, Railers basketball. up by 19. Whiteman gets it into Froby. Hamlin back in as he gets it on the block. He'll spin, turn around, got it! Jermaine Hamlin.
Hamlin for 2.
Yeah,
He's got 12.
you said it, Scott. He's got to be fresh. He took the second and third quarter off with foul trouble, so Jermaine checking in, and he ought to be all over these boards and going to the basket.
Railers up by 21. Cross. Hands off to Tatum, who pulls up for a 3. Got it. Tatum hit a 3.
Tatum for 3.
He's got 5 points.